My name is Dylan. I am a rising junior, and I go to Beacon High School. Over the last couple days, I built the Binary Blaster, which is basically a toy that teaches the user teaches the user binary. It works by using two AA batteries as a power source, then running that power through a resistor, which resists electron flow, so that other components don't get overcharged. Then two capacitors, which again protect the other components by limiting the rate of change in any fluctuations in voltage, so that again the components aren't destroyed. It then funnels the rest of the power that gets through to a microcontroller, which basically runs like some very specific programming that designates which lights turn on and which lights turn off in the device. And the microcontroller is basically the brains of the whole thing. It tells it how to work, how to do everything, and it's really important. One challenge I had was it was weird. So I had this. So on the bottom of the project, as you can see, there are 4 tactile buttons, and each of those buttons have an LED inside of it. And the LED, while the buttons work, whichever way they're oriented, the LED only works if the polarity is correct. And in one of those LEDs, I flipped it, so the polarity was incorrect, and so the LED wasn't working. So I was like, oh no, how do I fix this? And basically, I tried to desolder it and get it out, but I think because the legs of the tactile button, they're bent, so that I think that's what made it hard to get out of the board. So instead, me and Ian, we tried to cut some traces and rewire it so that we could reverse the polarity without having to desolder it. And it didn't exactly work. Well, like when it was done, the project didn't turn on, and we were like, "Oh my God, I think we just destroyed something." So what we ended up doing is I tried to rewire the thing so that we got back to the original thing, so it would still work, just one button wouldn't turn on. And so that's what we ended up doing in one project. Pretty generously though, Tanvi and Io gave me a second project to work on so that I could get it all right and all the buttons would light up. And when we did that, I did everything perfectly, or as perfectly as I could. And but it still wouldn't work. Nothing would work. And so we were like, "What's going on?" Then Ian came over pretty casually and just squeezed the battery clips, and all of a sudden it lit up, and we were just like, "Oh no. Oh my God, it was the battery clips? Are you joking?" So it turns out the whole problem all along was the battery clips, and so those were 2 problems I had with the project. Thanks.